Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us in today's presentation of social media discovery and evidentiary issues brought to you by Quimbee. My name's Jerry Connor. I'm an insurance defense attorney with a law firm called Margolis Edelstein, located in Scranton, Pennsylvania. This is a very timely and interesting topic, and over the past few years in our practice, which is primarily civil litigation related to personal injuries, social media discovery and all of the related issues have been at the forefront of almost every case that we have dealt with. We'll do our very best to identify exactly what we're talking about, the methods of obtaining the information, the duties people have in preserving and requesting this information, and then we'll talk as to the challenges that are often present in getting this information to a jury or to a fact finder. We'll review some of the ethical issues towards the end of the presentation, and over the course of our discussions, we'll try our very best to throw in some practice pointers and just practice tips arising from my personal experience in this world and some of the issues that we have seen and how we try to work together to move forward on these important issues. As always, this is for general information, and certainly you have a duty to understand the case law and particular rules of procedure and of professional conduct in your own state or jurisdiction. In general, by way of a very broad overview, these issues simply didn't exist even 10, 15 years ago. But in the digital age, social media, texting, and almost every other form of technology have increasingly become common, certainly in the hands of almost everyone. And as soon as this technology spread, people used it to preserve photographs, comments, their activities, making it a very ripe area for evidentiary issues and discovery issues. If you're newer to the field, it can seem a little overwhelming. But certainly if you're brand new to the field, you have an advantage because most of these issues, if not all of these issues, have already been litigated. Several years ago, we were just starting to see issues with cell phone use, leading to distracted driving and a call for punitive damages. I had one of the first cases in Pennsylvania regarding cell phones and punitive damages, and there was really almost no law in the United States as to how they would be treated. Well, over the course of at least the last decade, most of these issues have happened and most of these disputes have been resolved and certainly highly litigated throughout the United States. We'll highlight some of these important cases, some of the earlier cases, to really show how courts have grappled with the wide range of these issues in their own jurisdictions. And as always, check your local rules, check your local updated cases. But these are really interesting issues. And it's a fun seminar to at least spot some issues and give you a roadmap and some guidance along the way. But for the newer folks out there, you're lucky because we've made some case law for you, good, bad, or otherwise. Social media networks such as Facebook, LinkedIn, and the explosion of other applications on cell phones have provided an incredibly valuable source of discoverable information. Communications between folks are no longer in writing, and they're not just emails. There are texts, there are web chats, there are comments on social media sites that can truly provide relevant and critical information, but you have to know that it exists. Someone has to preserve it, and someone has to help you collect it, obtain it, and understand it for it to be useful in whichever side of the case you're going to be on. We see these cases come up in certainly my world, the personal injury world, but there are also critical and criminal cases, employment law, family law. Pretty much there's not one aspect of the law that is not almost directly impacted by the potential for electronically stored information to be relevant or at least provide some information that may lead to other relevant information.